Hi there. Sorry it's been so long. I recently got home from the hospital last Thursday. Today is Tuesday, and I'm feeling significantly better, so I felt like I should blog. So let's talk. It's been a little over a week since the surgery, and the surgery was pretty intense. I didn't expect to be in so much pain and have so many, be so tired, I guess. So that is why you did not hear from me for so long, so I apologize. Today, we're feeling okay. I feel kind of normal. Still a little sore. Still a little immobile, which is something I need to fix. I do need to be walking more. Things they don't tell you in the hospital is that you need to walk. You need to walk a lot. So, with that being said, I didn't talk a lot about the hospital, and I think today's a good day to do that. When you get there on the day of your surgery, they take you in, and now mind you, I had to be there at 6 a.m., so they took me in at about 6:30, quarter of 7. I don't know if that's normal. I think the wait time was a little longer than normal, but the nurses, it was a really horrible snowstorm, so everybody was a little late, which was fine with me. So they take you in, and they make you take off everything and put a Johnny on, which is fine, you know that. They prep you for your IV, they take a history, they also give you this injection in your stomach, which is supposed to help with blood clotting, and it hurts. It stings a lot. So then they put the IV in, and then I got to say goodbye to Al and go into the pre-op room, I guess. Alex is really fantastic throughout all of this. I can't thank her enough. Without her, I don't know if I would have gotten through as much as I have so far. So they took you into the pre-op room, and they lay you in a bed, and they take your vitals. They ask you who you are and your date of birth a lot, and that just ensures that they don't get the wrong patient or that you know who you are. It just isn't. It's a kind of weird thing to be continually asked what your name is and when your birthday is, but that's okay. They put you in this room, and they walk back and forth a lot, and they kept taking your vitals, and they kept checking up to make sure I was okay. By now my IV was in, and I was hooked up to the liquids, which was actually quite wonderful. And the first IV I had was in my arm, so it actually didn't hurt that much. And it was, like I said, it was snowing really horribly that day. So when we got ready to go, the anesthesiologist came over and gave me a quote-unquote cocktail to relax me. It's really just something to make your anxiety go down. And it made me feel like I was a little loopy, I'm not going to lie. It was a wonderful, wonderful thing, being that I was so nervous. So they wheeled me past these 4 windows, which was gorgeous because it was snowing a lot that day. And so everything was just covered in snow. It was very nice. They wheeled me into the operating room. And the operating room, I don't remember much. I remember 2 very large lights, and then I woke up in recovery. No warning, no here comes your anesthesia, just no counting backwards from 100, just, oh, look at the lights, and I'm awake. Apparently the surgery went very well. I was kind of the poster child for the surgery, as I may have mentioned last time. Everything, ideal conditions, ideal procedure, which is wonderful. I'm hoping the ideal recovery as well. So, you wake up and you feel groggy and you feel crappy. There's all of this stuff hooked up to you. Let me move my camera a little bit. All this stuff hooked up to you, and in the end, it was a week of just really pushing myself. I was exhausted. There's a draining tube in your stomach, which I've mentioned in previous posts, and whenever they move that, whenever you hit that, especially when you're walking or laying down, it just hurt. Also, there's the IV and a catheter in you as well, which is a good time, let me tell you. I actually didn't mind the catheter as much as I thought I would. I really thought the catheter would be horrible, and it turned out just to be pretty much okay. So, after everything, after 4 days in the hospital, meeting some wonderful people, and becoming a parade, if you will, and I'll get to that at a later time, I feel like the procedure was still well worth it. Yes, I'm hungry. Yes, I'm craving food. In fact, yesterday I had a dream about pizza, and I could taste the pepperoni on the pizza, and I woke up famished, and I had a protein shake, and I was fine. But I've lost, I don't even know how many pounds so far. I weighed myself yesterday, and I was 276. So, I mean, do the math, 20 pounds. And, 2 weeks off has been nice. I am tired. You will still be tired. But it seems to all be worth it thus far. So I guess, 20 stitches and 20 staples and 1 stitch later, 6 holes in my stomach, and a whole lot of whatever's going on inside, my esophagus now being connected to my intestines, it's going to continue to be an adventure. I do want to talk a little bit about one thing before I go, and that's walking. They keep encouraging you in the hospital to walk, and as I wrote about, I did have a walking posse while in the hospital, which made it much easier to get up and down the ward. Being home is a lot harder to walk. I promised Alex that I would not go outside and walk by myself, mostly because it's still icy here, the downfall of living in New England, and so if I was to go outside and slip, I could seriously injure myself. With that being said, I'm alone a lot, and there's still very icy out there. So I find myself pacing my house. Not the most ideal conditions, but I pace back and forth for about 10 minutes just to get the walking going. Today I'm hoping, because it does look gorgeous out, to get a real walk in, and my mom's coming by to walk with me because, again, I cannot walk by myself. I cannot bend over, so that means I cannot shower alone. I need somebody to help me wash my legs. Or you can get a brush to help you do that. It's silly things like that you don't think of that are the real complications and the real stressful points. Also, drinking 64 ounces of water when you have a very tiny stomach is very difficult. Yesterday I got exceedingly close to 60 and I was very excited. So, I guess on that note I will end today's session. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you soon.